NASCAR Gander Outdoor Truck Series season. I know I have the playoffs left for the Cup Series side, so I've got 10 races left on that season. Daytona 500, but today marks the 30-day period. Only 30 days to go until the Daytona 500, so I decided why not do a Daytona doubleheader tonight. I got off of work fairly early. We're here. I've got all night to do this, so we're going to have our first race here. It's going to be the Truck Series race, and then after that, we will have the Xfinity race later on tonight. So this is going to be a fun one. And we're going to start 30th of the 32 trucks. It looks like we did not qualify. We are going to start at the rear. And for this Truck Series season, we will be driving the number 19 Toyota Tundra, Hailie Deegan, as a rookie. Not only trying to be the first female to win a top 3 Premier Series race in NASCAR, but also maybe even a championship. We've got stage racing on this season, unlike what we have been doing in any of the races in any of the seasons in prior history here on this channel. The same will be for the Xfinity Series as well. So here we go, green flag in the air, a little different strategy as far as the pit strategy goes. But nevertheless, the season will kick off. Green flag in the air. We've got the controller here. Only 20 laps in the opening stage of this race.
Got one up top. You got room. You're clear there.
And right out of the gate.
Got a car coming inside now.
Trying to get going here. It's not the greatest start off for me here, but we're getting a run now down the back straightaway. And duck to the inside of the 29 truck of Todd Balicki. Or sorry, Josh Balicki. We will just have to see who's going to lead this opening lap of the race. In fact, the opening lap of the season.
Got a car high now.
And it looks like Austin Wayne Self will win. Or sorry, will lead the opening lap of the season. This is a 250-mile, only a 100-lap race. This will be a fun one, that is for sure.
Car there on the outside.
Already got some 3x3 racing here in the middle of the pack. So we try to work our way to the front. We want to take our time trying to get to the front, but at the same time we want to win the stage, get as many points as possible, as well as try to get that playoff point along with it. Playoff point for winning the stage, 10 points, bonus points kind of as is for winning the stage. And every position pays out through the top 10 as far as points are considered. Of course, 10 points for first, plus the playoff point, 9 points for second with no playoff points on back, 8 for third, down to 10 where you get 1 point.
Stay low, stay low.
Consistency throughout the course of a race matters more than ever before, and with the Truck Series being shorter races,
Still there.
that's why we only have 20 laps here to try and get to the front and win the stage. Not even going to get through a full fuel run.
Down the bottom.
Now heading through the trioval. Still been right on the back bumper here of Dylan Lupton for kind of a little while. Looking out of the inside to make it 3 wide, but we didn't have enough momentum going for us there to actually get under him.
Still there.
Ben Rhodes on the outside of us right now. Now working back to the inside again on Dylan Lupton. Not going to work. We're probably going to need a little help here from behind. Ben Rhodes just side drafted off of us.
Still there. Still there. Still there.
The inside of Natalie Decker now.
Still there.
And the biggest females in the minor league portion of this sport today. Running side by side at Daytona here in the middle of the pack. Now looking down. Oh, big block by Corbin Forrester down there. He really didn't want us to get under him and take it 3 wide. He knew we were going to make that move. Again, we do not have teammates for the season. We are running as a single truck team.
Stay low, stay low.
3 wide through the tri-oval, the tightest part of the racetrack, especially when you're going 3 wide. Here we go now, 3 wide into turn 1, trying to crack into the top 10 for the first time here tonight.
Careful, still there.
We are going to crack into the top 10 for the first time tonight. And now a big run here down the back straightaway once again. In the 9th position. 3 wide into turns 3 and 4, and that is going to get us up to 7th, now to the inside of Clay Greenfield, and just like that, we are up to 6th for the first time here tonight. We have just slowly been moving up through the field. Only 14 laps to go now in stage 1. Austin Wayne Self has led a lot of laps here at the beginning of this race. We're staying right on the back bumper of front row Joe Nemechek here at this point. Now going to work to the inside of him here.
Careful, still there.
And a big move to get into the top 5 for the first time tonight.
Stay low, stay low.
These guys moving up to the top. Crafton will go out there to follow, so will I. Some guys behind me as well. Crafton stays high a little too long, and we're going to move up to 4th pretty easily.
You got room, you're clear there.
Now to the inside of Harrison Burton coming out of turn 4. To the inside of Austin Hill for 2nd. Grant Enfinger currently the race, or sorry, not Enfinger, excuse me. Ben Rhodes currently the race leader.
That was your best lap ever.
We just ran our fastest lap ever here in the Truck Series at Daytona, 47.310. Austin Hill on the outside here as we try to stay to the inside of him for 2nd right now. Looking for a big move, and now going to slide right up in between and not going to allow the next truck behind us of Harrison Burton to make a move to the top side right around us. Now bump draft here to the back bumper of Austin Hill. Trying to give him a shot. Maybe he can get a run on Enfinger here in the next couple laps. And we can follow him up into the 2nd position. Bottom, underneath of Hill. And we are side by side for 2nd once again. Ben Rhodes will shift from top to bottom, trying to break any sort of draft that any of us can get right now.
Stay at the bottom.
And now there's contact here between Deegan and Hill. Again, in a very, very tight battle for 2nd. Slight contact was made, and we're still side by side for 2nd. Matt Crafton closes in behind us.
Stay low, stay low.
Just kind of hoping for a little bit of a push there, didn't get it though, and out of the top side to block Austin Hill. It's going to work. And just like that, we are up to 2nd for the first time here tonight. A little bit of a push from behind now from Austin Hill. Back down to the bottom once again. Rhodes has a pretty big lead out in front. Won the title with Ben Rhodes in the prior season in the Truck Series here. And we close up right to his back bumper. Deegan looking to lead her first laps of her career here at Daytona. On the opening race of the season in her Truck Series debut. 10 laps to go though in stage number 1. Bumper to bumper right now, trying to get under him. Crafton closing in. Right behind us, Crafton and Rhodes are both teammates. They might try to work together here as we go to the inside of Ben Rhodes into turn 3. Side by side for the lead.
Stay on the bottom here.
And we've got the momentum off of 4. We clear Ben Rhodes. Crafton in to follow us to second. And NASCAR history will be made. Haley Began will lead her first career lap in the Truck Series here at Daytona. Rhodes fighting back on the top side once again, but a huge block is made. And now 3 wide for second down on the bottom of the racetrack. It's Austin Wayne Self, the pole sitter, back up towards the front once again. He quickly fell out of the top 5, but he is right back up in front with a shot to win the opening stage of the season. This could get intense here in the next couple laps. The stage moving closer to the end.
Car there on the outside.
This could definitely get aggressive. Here comes Crafton on the top now. Oh, and we touch door to door. 3 wide now for the lead on the bottom of the track. Here comes Austin Wayne Self. 8 to go. Still pushed through the middle from behind here on Mike Snyder. Side drafted off the 88 and Crafton on the top side. Very tight on the racetrack. We're going to fall in line in 3rd, but now a crossover move to the bottom. And we still got help from Forrester behind. Trying to jump up into 2nd now. Still getting a big push. Self still on the top side. Forrester pushing us on the bottom. We did not lead that last lap. We were trying to lead for the 2nd time here and more contact. Just trying to side draft off of him. We didn't have the best handling truck to do it, and now more contact here. 3 wide again. Caution is out with 7 laps to go before we wreck ourselves here up towards the front. And a fun little bit of action here in the early going of this one in the opening stage of the race and the season. Again, this is the only super speedway race for the Truck Series in the regular season. They do not race at Daytona again. They race at Talladega once, but it's not until the playoffs. So you're going to have a lot of guys towards the rear of the field. Well, actually, just Dylan Lupton, who looks like he probably brought out that caution. So we have 1 caution in this race. He's the only one to pit, and he might have been the one that brought the yellow out.
We're going green.
So we're going to restart in 2nd here with not many laps to go. So green flag back in the air. 4 laps to go now in stage 1, and who will win it? Self getting a push on the bottom of the racetrack right now. They are locking bumpers, but that is okay here on NASCAR Heat 4. As we still try to hang. Oh, that now some hard contact, and that's going to cost us some time. We tried to side draft here to try and hold on to 2nd. That didn't work at all. But now we're going to get some help from behind from Harrison Burton. And that of itself, as we try to get up to speed here, will get us up to 2nd. Now more help from behind. Here we go to the top side on Austin Wayne Self. We got a big run on him. Still trying to get up to speed, back to the start-finish line. Deegan back with the lead for the in the opening stage of the race. Outside, working past the race leader once again. We've seen that already, that both lines are able to work here throughout. And back on the bottom again as we go to block now on Austin Wayne Self. We cannot give up the lead again in this stage because we might not be able to get it back here by the end of the stage. So Deegan out in front, at least for the time being, zigzagging from top to bottom. And pretty soon here we'll probably be 3 wide again. All 32 trucks still in this race. Therefore, we still have a shot at the win. But it's all about trying to win the first stage. As of right now, only 2 laps to go. Look at Forrester, aggressive side drafting up of the truck on the bottom of Austin Wayne Self, and now they're 3 wide entering turn 1. Anthony Alfredo in the mix. And Natalie Decker's up to second. Females running 1-2 for the win in stage 1 here at Daytona. And Decker about to fall through the middle now with Harrison Burton trying to work the bottom side of the track into turn 3. We are blocking to save our life here off of turn 4. Here comes Alfredo. He gets out of the gas. He was nice enough to do it there. He might not be so nice enough to do it at the end of the race, or maybe even here as we are at the white flag, the final lap of stage 1. The most intense this race has been so far. And now down the back straightaway, only one more sets of turns to go. Deegan again zigzagging down the back straightaway. Half a lap to go, mile and a quarter away from the checkered flag in stage 1.
Still there inside, clear down low.
Decker on the top, Harrison Burton on the bottom right behind Deegan as she tries to block both lines off of turn 4. Decker back to the top again. Here comes another lane on the bottom. Not going to be enough as they're 3 wide behind for second, but Haley Deegan will win stage 1. First stage win of her career and the opening race of her Truck Series career. And a very, very good run there. And we'll see if we have any takers onto pit road. And it looks like everybody's going to stay out, save their tires. And we will restart now for stage number 2.
Coming to the green, driver. Are you ready here?
Second in that stage on a 3-wide finish was Corbin Forrester, Harrison Burton third, and Natalie Decker fourth. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. And our best restart yet. Coming out of the stage break. We're able to control the pace on the restart, so that might have helped compared to the start of the race or even the other restart we had prior when we restarted in second. We did beat everybody back to the line, but we didn't do it the easy way, I'll say that much. To the in-car cam for the first, or the in-truck cam rather, for the first time tonight. 16 laps to go in stage 2 after we ran those caution laps.
Got one peeking inside. You got room. You're clear.
In stage 1, only one caution for incident so far tonight. It'll be somewhat borderline, but it looks like we're going to be 2 to 3 laps to the good on fuel to the end of stage 2. And I think that caution that we had in stage 1 definitely helped the case for that, because I don't know if we would have been able to make it without it. So because of that, it looks like everybody's going to have 4 sets of tires, Goodyear tires, when they come onto pit road. Oh, beating and banging through the middle of the pack there. Brett Enfinger trying to get that middle line to work. Here's Burton up to block him at least for now, and it now opens up again as we enter turn 3. It looked like he was making contact with Austin Ring's self, I believe.
Outside. You got room. You're clear there.
Now self there to block that middle line of Enfinger. And now here comes Forrester. Very late block there. Stacking up the outside line. Everybody's fine though as we enter turn 1 again. Running speeds of over 180 miles an hour in a truck. Forrester edging out in front.
Still there.
And he's now going to block us into turn 3 as we get tight up the racetrack now. And we are stuck in the middle.
Hold your line.
So we are stuck in the middle line. Oh my goodness, a late block again on Harrison Burton there as things are getting dicey once again here at Daytona. With 13 laps to go now. Still to the inside of Austin Wayne Self.
Careful, still there.
Forrester, who finished second in stage 1, now currently leads towards the latter part of stage 2. The stage 1 winner, Haley Deegan, is also towards the front, currently in third. It's side by side for second itself, and now push from behind here from Harrison Burton. Might help our cause. We're going to get Deegan up to second.
All right, you're clear there.
Out in front by a full car like now.
Got a car coming inside now. Final clear.
12 laps to go in the stage. Now to the hood cam for the first time today. And first of 2 races of a Daytona doubleheader here as we run the Xfinity Series season opener later today. Christopher Bell for that season. We've got Haley Deegan here for this race on this season. Corbin Forrester's had a pretty steady lead since he's taken the race lead away. How long will that last for? Not entirely sure. Decent run here on Forrester for the course of about the last lap and a half or so, and now a huge run down the back straightaway. Here we come down to the inside.
Stay on the bottom.
Trying to side draft off the left rear corner panel and suck him right back in, but he's going to throw the block on us here before we really had a chance to get under him. So run kind of stalled out. Bump draft here right behind Forrester. Everybody hooked onto that double yellow line as we got a couple guys moving to the top and now back down to the bottom here. We're in turn 3. But I'd caught Forrester, that might allow the third place truck to catch us from behind here pretty soon, and that would be Harrison Burton. Big blocks there by Forrester right now. Oh, down to the apron. Not what we wanted to do there.
Got one inside. Clear low, clear low.
That kind of stacks everybody up now. We're going to have to run Forrester right back down once again.
Stay low.
Got a little loose on the entry into turn 3. Kind of got down on the apron when we didn't want to, and that cost us not only time, but could have ended up wrecking there. Gustine. He has won this Daytona truck race once before. This could propel him though to the playoffs with a win here today and a big push from behind. Now here we come right again to the back bumper of Forrester, but that's all the further we're going to get. Field is a lot more bunched together though now than what we were before. Now we go into the front bumper cam for the first time tonight. To the inside of Forrester for the race lead, and a push from behind now from Gus Dean as well. And it's going to work. It is not an official lead change until we get back to the line. We go to the top side to block Forrester now. So it'll be an official lead change when we get back to the line. We will have the lead. And it will be the third time Deegan has led in this race.
Caution's out.
And caution is now out with 7 laps to go in the stage, which is exactly where the caution came out in stage 1. So second caution of the race. And we got a lot of drivers pitting here, but not everybody. So Lupton's going to stay out. Lupton's the only driver that's going to stay out here, but I think we're going to stay out and keep the track position. I don't trust we're going to be able to get back to the lead here on the restart. We will have 4 laps to go when we go green. So only the top 2 will stay out of the pits here.
We're going green.
So here we go, only the top 2 will stay out. Green flag back in the air here, stage 2 underway, trying not to spin the tires.
Clear high, bud.
4 laps to go in the second stage. Can Deegan win stage 2 like she did stage 1? I took the track position here to try and make sure we came out of the pits first, knowing that we will pit. I'm sure everybody pitted there, so that way they had the track position for when the final stage started, but feel comfortable though if we are to pit at the stage break. We'll just have to try and hold on old tires. The tires don't matter too much at Daytona and Talladega, so I'm going to hope that that's going to be the case here. We try to get back up to speed, so pretty easily we controlled the restart well. Though the other driver that was on older tires, Dylan Lupton, has already fallen outside of the top 5 and probably in the top 10 very quickly. 3 laps to go now in stage 2. Justine in second, a single file freight train line on the inside of the racetrack. That's what I want to see. With Justine now in the driver's seat in second, with Deegan in the hot seat in the race lead. Here comes the outside now as Dean goes up the block, everybody, and we shift lanes.
Got one down low now. You got room, you're clear there.
And things are getting intense very quickly here once again as we come back to the line. We will have 2 laps to go as we're still out in front, 3 wide now behind. Very close to making contact between Sheldon Creed and Corbin Forrester. And once again, only 2 laps to go in the stage. And the outside and middle lines are coming. Back down to just side by side now. Here comes Forrester on the top. We're going to have to block him though in the middle of 1 and 2. Now down the back straightaway. Here comes Forrester on the top side of the track. Austin Wayne Self leading the bottom. Just like we did in stage 1, we had to block for the last few laps on a 4-lap restart. We're trying to do the same thing here, but on older tires versus the rest of the field, where everybody in the first stage was on equal tires. To the line once again, white flag will be in the air. 1 lap to go now in stage number 2. So in the final lap of stage 2, with the controller is what we're racing with here in this one. 3 wide behind for second, just like in stage 1, and now back down to side by side. By the time they get out of turn 2, but I'm sure that will probably be 3 wide again here before we get into turn 3. Or at least before we get back to the start-finish line. They are 3 by 3, just not quite for second yet. Side by side for second into 3, but they're battling and side drafting so hard with each other. It is almost impossible to make a run on Deegan here off of turn 4. Deegan is going to make it back a lot easier this time as a checker flag in the air for Haley Deegan once again, as she will win stage 2 just like she did stage 1. And so just like that, we will hit our second stage break and we will pit for the first time today, as it looks like everybody else will be staying out. Full tank of fuel here. 4 fresh tires, obvious call. And we will still be 1 pit stop away from the finish here in this 3rd and final stage, but we'll see how things will go. Only the top 29 stayed out of the pits. Everybody's still on the lead lap and in the race.
Looking inside now.
And the green flag will be back in the air once again here, as now we get to see how the fresh tires will work in the field between Josh Galicki, Haley Dugan, and Dylan Lupton here off this restart. Trying to run that middle lane.
Clear eye, bud. Looking inside now. Car there on the inside. Car high, careful there. You're all clear up top there. Stay low, stay low. Careful, still there. Still there.
56 laps to go in the race. We're almost at the cross flags, and we are almost halfway done here at Daytona. Okay, 2 cautions already in the first half
Stay
of
on
the
the bottom
race.
here.
We're already through the first 2 stages as well. 3rd and final
Stay on
stage
the
will
bottom.
be a good long one to the finish. Longer at least.
Still
Still
there.
easily less than an hour away from the finish though. We're closer to 40, about 40 minutes.
Careful, still there.
Stayed pretty true to the inside for the majority of this race. We did pass
Careful,
the
still there.
second time we got to the lead in this one. We went to the outside on Austin himself to get to the lead
Car
at the
high,
end of
careful.
stage 1. So as Egan has won both stages in this race, she is going for her first career win in her first career race.
Careful, still there.
Running on 105 AI difficulty once again here like I have for every other race
Stay low, stay low.
in the course of this season.
You got room, you're clear. Still there. Still there. Clear high, clear high.
54 to go. Great move on Nemechek that time, faking high. He went high to block. Took my momentum down to the inside and at least got to the side of him.
Careful, still there.
We're gonna not only get to the side of him, but as well as Todd Gilliland and now Jordan
Careful, still
Anderson.
there.
Quickly back into the top 15 as we're into the 15th position.
Stay low.
3 wide to the bottom of Christian Eckes.
Careful,
The 51 car, or truck rather. Kyle Busch Motorsports. 53 to go.
Careful, still there. Still there. Stay low.
Oh man. Close to going below that double yellow line, and now we're 3 wide here towards the back half of the top 10. And Rebecca's done a pretty good job here. She's in the top 10 as you can see.
All right, you're clear there.
Corbin Forrester's been up towards the front most of the day.
Careful, still
We
there.
get by Decker for 6th, and we're quickly to the back bumper and Stuart freezing to the outside now, but not a lot of room for us to go. Looking for some help. We're not going to get it.
Stay high, stay high.
That we got some help on the top side of the track.
Careful, still there.
Didn't work out too well, but we're going to fall back in line at 6. Felt like we had nothing to lose there. 51 laps to go.
Careful, still there.
World Center of Racing here at Daytona International Speedway. Home of the Daytona 500 and the Great American Races. We have speed weeks here.
Careful, still there.
How about the Rolex 24 at Daytona? Coming up a week from Saturday on NBC Sports Network. Some of it might be on NBC periodically throughout the day. I know they break it up into hour segments. The whole race will be televised.
All right, halfway to the left.
Whether it's on the app or whatnot. The guys being patient now, though, in this race for the most part, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact we're still outside a fuel window to the end of the race. The stages are over now, so the only points that can be scored from here on out will be at the finish of the race versus everywhere else. Matt Crafton is the leader. He is the, in real life, 2019 defending champ. We're going to consider this our 2020 season, though.
Still there.
Himself gets shoved down a line, and he's now falling back with little to no help on the outside, and now we're going to get to the inside of Gustine on the exit of 4 as well.
Still there. Stay low, stay low.
And that will allow us to get up to second here.
You're clear there.
So up to second, right to the back bumper of Matt Crafton here, bumper to bumper in fact. Bump track down the back straightaway. Running outside of 1 and 2. We'll likely do that again here in 3 and 4. Yeah, on the outside of the track, waiting for the bottom to come. We're there, but we couldn't make the move on Crafton that time. Try again here eventually. It's not quite yet. So this offseason, Deegan transferred to be a Ford development driver rather than a Toyota development driver. Toyota stuck with her all throughout her career up until this season, or this coming season here in 2020. Now down to the bottom. Off of turn 4, huge side draft there. We didn't make contact with him though. And that will help us get to the lead here at the start-finish line. And who is there to help us? It will be Natalie Decker, and now we gave up the bottom very quickly after we led the lap. Decker's got help from behind from Sheldon Creed. We get a huge shove out of nowhere by Chris Eckes as we tried to dive to the bottom. Barely made a tight and available squeeze there, but we did get back into line. And now Natalie Decker is about to lead her first lap of the race. Decker will lead her first lap of the race now. 45 laps to go. We are past halfway. Cross flags was 5 laps to go. Once again, though, still one pit stop to the finish. We've had 2 cautions in this one. One in the first stage, one in the second stage. Both with 7 laps to go in the race, or in that stage. Look at Sheldon Creed really blocking the bottom.
Careful.
About blocked us below the double yellow line. He lays off, but once again, he's going to hold on to second by the time we hit the corner. So we've led 4 times in this race. 2 of those times we only led 1 lap before losing the lead. Now to the inside of Sheldon Creed for second.
Still there.
I think it's just a matter of the fresh tires prevailing there.
Careful.
Going up the track to block Creed, it's going to work.
Clear low, clear low.
Now we got traffic. Second. A huge line of trucks behind as well. Will Decker close the gap?
Got 1 down low now.
A little possible.
You're clear there.
No, she will not. She'll stay on the top.
Careful, still there.
Deegan to the bottom, side by side for the lead. Decker, Deegan. Here at Daytona, and here comes Kraft in the push. Looks for a quick little push. Didn't really stay locked though. And now here we go, looking to block up the track. Really trying to squeeze that 54 truck up towards the top. And finally going to clear Deegan off of turn 4. Trying to block Captain as well, of course, in the bottom. But we're going to lead to the start-finish line. Deegan is back out in front with 42 laps to go with the crowd on their feet here at Daytona in the Truck Series. And now 3 wide back for second. Another big block on Deegan. And now here comes another truck. It looked like it was Eckes again. Couldn't get down there. Contact was made. A bit of tandem racing going on. Seemingly is Deegan is gonna again lose the lead after just leading the lap.
Got a car low now. Looking inside now. Stay high up here.
First in line on the outside, but when we're the first truck in line on the top, outside of taking the lead the one time. Not been able to really do much. We're trying to side draft off these trucks on the bottom.
Still there. Got a car low now.
But it's not working to our advantage, and now we almost got into the wall. It got really tight all of a sudden in 1 and 2, stayed in the gas, but that aggressive pushing here from behind from Crafton just was not helping us. And again, we just lose our momentum. Going right up against the wall here on the top side of the track, trying to get a draft off of Christian Eckes.
Careful, still there.
See if that might help. And I believe we got a second truck to go in line above us now on the top. So this is helping us out that we've gotten multiple trucks up here now. 3 wide right up the middle here on Eckes, slight contact. Going to get out of that. We're going to be able to get back down to the bottom again, and now we're 3 wide down the back straightaway into turn 3, battling for 5th.
All right, you're clear there.
On the inside of Dean here for 4th.
Still there.
The in-truck camp for the second time tonight with 39 laps to go. The inside is still freezing.
You got room. You're clear.
Remember, whoever wins this opening race of the season will solidify themselves into the playoffs, because of winning you're in here in the Truck Series. So if one of these guys or women can win this race, it will be in the playoffs for the Truck Series. It is an 8-driver field in the postseason with 7 races being involved.
Stay low, stay low.
So if we can get 8 different winners over the course of the year, we will have a full playoff field set on wins.
Still there.
Those who do not win will have to qualify their way in on points. That's why every position matters, every point matters. As well, the regular season champion will get an additional 15 playoff points. 9 for second, 8 for third. Fourth gets 7 on back to 8th, that will get 3. Stage win is 1 playoff point, and for every win you get, it's 5 playoff points. Really hard to tell where that corner's coming when you get right up to the back bumper of the truck ahead of you. When you're on this front bumper cam, as we are right now, looking to the outside on Harrison Burton. Not going to work this time. And now down to the bottom. Side drafting off Burton through 3 and 4. We might get a little bit of help from behind here from Stuart Friesen. Nope, not going to, at least not yet. Still can't clear Burton. Now we finally clear him at the line, and we do lead the lap in the process, of course. And for the 6th time tonight, Deegan back out in front. See if we can hold it for more than a lap like we
Got one down.
is what we've only been able to do the last 2 times we have taken the lead. Big run there. Everybody's going 3 wide. Run about 40 laps on a full tank of fuel here at Daytona in the Truck Series, so we are within a fuel run to the finish. Once everybody makes that next pit stop, got 3 sets of tires, so the tires will be plenty good to the finish. Could be interesting. Not going to be too aggressive to block that 3rd lane on the outside of Gustine, as once again we still do have valuable time left in this race. Oh wow, Dean really trying to thread it up the middle now as we're 3 wide for the lead. As look at the 39 truck on the outside of Just Ryu.
Got one up top.
3 wide for the lead into turn 1. Dean shaking the truck.
You're all clear up top.
He's a little loose.
You're clear there.
And while being 3 wide, stuck in the middle here at Daytona, you do not want to be loose. Big push from behind now from front row Joe Nemechek. Nemechek unsponsored for this race. Can you see an unsponsored truck winning at Daytona? It isn't impossible. If you're in the race, you've got a shot to win it.
Clear low, clear low.
You've seen it happen in years past. In the Truck Series, at least. Here he comes again, and he had to get out of the gas pretty quickly there. Now back down to the bottom. Here comes the 46 truck, Rafael Lassard. We lost the lead pretty quickly, and in fact, pretty quickly, we fall back to 5th. Now trying to go right up the middle here, in between Crafton and Hill. Not going to work. Back to the top here. Crafton was side drafting us off the bottom.
Careful, still there.
Outside lane's got more trucks than the bottom currently.
Inside.
At least towards the front of the pack. Contact now between Hill and Crafton. Oh, more contact here out in front. Everybody's all right though.
Inside.
Everybody staying straight, surprisingly.
Still there.
Get closer to the finish.
Still there, inside.
We get to run up the top, up the track here on Austin Hill. Right up the middle, here comes Deacon to the back bumper of Stuart Friesen. Trying to push here. Jordan Anderson still on the bottom though. We're 3 wide in the middle here in turn number 2.
Hold that line, driver.
And finally, we fall in line behind Jordan Anderson. Down to the inside here as we go 3 wide through the trial. How quickly that came about.
Careful, still there. Clear high.
3 wide pass for 4th from Haley Deegan. From the side draft here on the 88 of Crafton, didn't quite work here. It's a 4-truck race out in front on the top.
Stay on the bottom.
Or at least the second and third place truck have been on the top.
Still there.
Crafton and Moffitt have been bumper to bumper up there. We try to work around both of them here by using the lead truck of Lassard, a rookie out in front here. Getting a little bit more help on the inside, and here comes Friesen to try and do us a solid. Do us a favor to try and push us up to second. Trying to hold on a line on the inside. We let go. We got around Crafton. Now trying to get around Brett Moffitt as well. The Nextera Energy here, number 19 truck. Over the course of the season, we are now up to second, and we have cleared Brett Moffitt as well. Stuart Friesen trying to do the same. Only 29 laps to go, about 20 and a half laps left now. Lassard is pushing his way closer and closer to the finish. Once again, everybody will have to pit here. Now 3 trucks can run about 4 laps more on fuel than the rest of the field because of the drivers, only 3 drivers pit under the stage break at the end of stage 2, while the other drivers pit on the second caution of the race that came out with 7 laps to go in stage number 2. So we went green with 4 to go, so they could run about 4 laps longer on fuel, or shorter on fuel than what me, Dylan Lupton, and Josh Balicki can run. Right to the back bumper once again, and here we go. 27 laps to go. I'd like to be in the lead when the green flag pit stops come, so it could be an easier way to get on the pit road for me as long as I don't get ran over from behind, but
careful, still there.
Be a clear path in front of me, so always nice. We got Lassard on the bottom of the track. Haley Deegan now. Here we go. Stuart Friesen here in third right behind us. Our runs have been stalling out with only 26 laps left. I had to get Lassard off the bottom, but I think with him pitting here in the next couple laps, he doesn't want to give up the bottom, and that's probably why we got a single file freight train line on the bottom of the top 10 to top 15 through the field. They'll look high on the straightaway, but they'll easily get down in single, pretty good motion. And so here we go, 25 laps to go at Daytona in the Truck Series. Nobody has pit yet. Once again, all 32 trucks still in the race. One truck has lost the draft at least right now, but you never know what could happen. We can get another caution. We have not had a big one though, just a couple of single car spins with nothing major happening as we are now currently on the inside of Lassard. He did not want to lose the lead this late in the fuel run, but he will. Help from behind now from Stuart Friesen as well, who has jumped up to second and has stayed hooked to the back bumper, now finally letting go. Lassard able to quickly fall in line. In third, we have our first takers onto pit road, and it looks like they'll all get there safely, at least for right now. 24 laps to go now. So we just took the lead for the 7th time tonight here at Daytona. Here comes the top side now, but it's blocked off by Friesen. So we had our first takers onto pit road here that last lap, and now this lap we might have some more.
Hold your line, got one inside.
And it looks like a lot more drivers will dive onto pit road. We still got quite a few though that are staying out once again. Might be able to put some of these trucks a lap down now that are just ahead of us. Raphael Lassard stayed out. No, in fact, I don't think we're going to be able to catch those trucks that are just coming out of the pits here this lap. So when do we pit? Kind of in a league of our own right now, and I believe we're just going to pit this time. It looks like it'll likely be the easiest way for us to get there. And so here we go. It looks like Lassard is probably out of fuel. And maybe even more trucks behind me are out of gas. So we're going to make it off turn 4 here. We're going to change 4 fresh tires, so if we have to lock the brakes, we will. We're on the pit road pretty easily. 54 miles an hour, speed limit 55, and 3/4 of a tank of fuel will be enough to get out there. 4 fresh tires as well. We will see. In the closing stages of this one, just coming off the pit road after a 4-tire pit stop, and there go the leaders. Pitting a lap early is gonna help them, maybe even 2 laps for some of these guys.
Car high, careful. Outside.
And that is just gonna cost us a ton of time. Wow. Dylan Lupton's still currently the race leader. We still have 2 drivers that have to pit. I almost wonder if I should have stayed out.
Outside.
Maybe even pitted with the rest of them. I didn't know that they were going to pit then.
You got room, you're clear there.
So even in hindsight, I don't know if it really justified, but that would have been the right move.
Still there.
I'm still trying to get up to speed as we're racing with all these guys here towards the back half of the top 20, and hopefully everybody can catch one another, and we can all become one big pack before the end of this one.
Hold your line, stay high, 3 wide. Got one down low now.
Stuck in the middle now, down the back straightaway. Can't be too aggressive here, but at the same time, we've got to get going with only 21 laps to go.
Hold your line there. Hold that line, driver. Clear high, clear high. Careful, still there. We got
20 laps to go now here at Daytona.
Stay out the bottom.
Looks like race leader Dylan Lupton is going to hit pit road, as well as Josh Balicki. So the last two drivers that had to pit are going to pit together to try and at least maintain some of a draft, because it's only two of them.
Careful, still
They
there.
will likely get caught and passed pretty quickly once everybody will cycle back around.
Careful, still there.
Currently in 20th, we got a lot of guys ahead of us though. We have not had a caution in the final stage of the race yet. And despite us winning the first two stages of this race,
Careful, still there. Clear all around.
19 laps to go. We'll have to see if we can get to the end here. This could be interesting. So Crafton is just now taking over the race lead.
Hold your line there.
And caution will fly with 19 laps to go. Third caution of the race as Joe Nemechek is the race leader. We were in 18th at the time of the caution. We will restart with 16 laps to go. Mid-pack with 16 to go on the restart.
All right, now, be smart out there. Going green. Be
Following
ready
the third caution once again here. Green flag back in the air. Must have been a single car incident.
Looking inside now.
And it looks like we are going to spin the tires off the start, so that is not a good restart on our behalf. We've got to get out in front, losing a ton of ground quickly here as well.
Clear high, clear
Probably
high.
should have shifted from third to fourth a lot quicker too. So from 18th, we quickly fall back to 24th on the restart, kind of holding up the rest of the top line behind us as well. It's pretty unfortunate, but we try. Oh man, big shove from behind and a huge source of momentum here as we enter into turns 3 and 4. 3 by 3 through the pack. Surprisingly, I got a huge momentum swing like that. The caution bunching the field back up definitely
Still there.
gives us a little bit better of a chance of winning the race. Not saying it would have been impossible if we didn't get the yellow, but it's been a lot harder to try and make up that ground. So we went +1 on the restart despite spinning the tires
Outside.
after the entire lap was complete. But we are now back up to speed.
Car outside. Hold your line.
This is going to get good to the end. It's going to get very dicey and all sorts of things.
Stay out the bottom.
3 wide now, entering turn 3.
Still there. Careful. Still there.
Up to 12.
Stay low.
14 laps to go.
Good clear there.
Got Harrison Burton blocking a lot of lines here currently. Quicker we can get up to the front, try to block for the win, the better. We don't want to wait too long. I mean, that first Truck Series season, we did not win the season opener at Daytona.
Still there.
We came home second, so we don't want to wait until the very end to try and make a move for the win. So it might be a little too late. 13 laps to go. And we are back into the top 10. Now looking for 9th on Todd Gilliland, and we're back up to 9th pretty quickly. Reaching probably our fastest speed of the race here at 192 miles an hour.
One outside now.
Very quick lap going for us. 3 wide now, down the back straightaway.
Still there.
And for a pickup
You're all
truck,
clear up top there.
again, just hitting huge speeds. This might be our fastest lap of the race here as we're quickly back up to 4th.
Keep it up. That was your
And it
best
was
lap
our
ever.
fastest lap ever by almost 0.3 of a second. So it ran a 47.009. Unbelievable. Fastest lap of the race ran with 12 laps to go. That is pretty crazy. And now quickly up to 2nd here, right behind Joe Nemechek. And an unsponsored number 87 truck, Old Front Row Joe, might get it done. First of a 2-race doubleheader. As Deegan leads. Deegan in 2nd, Nemechek leads. 11 laps to go at the line. Closing in to the back bumper. Deegan is there, now looking to the inside on Nemechek here to the left rear corner panel. And we are side by side for the lead, entering turn 3, trying to pitch him to the top of the racetrack. We are there. Push from behind now. And now right up through the middle. 3 wide. What a move. Beating and banging his way to the front. Dylan Lupton to the lead at Daytona. In a 3 wide heat. Thought he was going to give us a shove to the lead. He decided to go through the middle. He hit us enough to where he was able to lead the lap because of it, but he could not get the full truck length out in front to clear us. Anderson then gives us a shove in 1 and 2, and Deegan is back out in front. With the series champion of 2 years ago, Brett Moffitt now in 2nd, right behind us with Friesen closing in on the bottom. We're going to make a late block on him. And when we get back to the line this time, this will be huge. We will have 9 laps to go at Daytona. 3 wide for 2nd. Got to hold on to the lead and make crazy blocks now from here to the end of the race. Look at them all just side drafting off of each other. Oh, now contact. 3 wide again. And quickly fading back big time. And that is not at all what we wanted to see, and how quickly we just went from leading the race back to 12th. And now stuck 4 wide through the middle. Contact all over. Oh, this could get bad, and somehow we all make it through. Still fading back, though, through the sucker hole in the middle. You know, quickly both Moffitt and me fell back. We were 1-2, 2 laps to go. And now with 8 to go, we're running 14th and 16th.
You're all clear up top there.
How quickly things can go from good to bad or bad to good here at Daytona or Talladega. Bottom going to open up again. We're going to move down there. And we got a lot of ground to make up in the last 7.5 laps of this race if we're going to want to win.
Careful, still there.
It hasn't been a wreck fest, surprisingly, but I can see us having a big one here before the end of it. We were 4 wide down the back straightaway a lap and a half ago, and I thought we were going to wreck then, but somehow we didn't. Even with contact, as minimal as it was. So when you're going these speeds at 4 wide, can add a lot of contact. It's very easy for a wreck to happen.
Still there?
Here we go, down to the inside, making a big run down the back straightaway to make some passes. I forget we had our fastest lap of the race about 4 laps to go now here in this one. We had it with 12 laps left. Coming to the line for 11 to go. But now as we get back to the start-finish line, we will have 6 laps to go here at Daytona. 6 to go. We are currently in 8th. We got to make up some more ground here. We don't want to wait until the last second. It might just be too late to do so. Friesen hung out to drive. Single file freight train line on the bottom here from first all the way back through 7th. Burton now moves to the top. He might give up the lead though with doing that. Fighting to the inside of Josh Reum. Look at us, pushing him up the track. Trying to keep the momentum rolling. We're up to 5th. Burton hung out a line. He will lose the lead now. He's fading back quickly. We're going to stay to the inside of him. Deegan up to 4th.
Still there?
5 laps to go here at Daytona.
5 to go, driver.
5 to go in the Truck Series race at Daytona. And out in front, it's Austin Hill, a man that won a few races last year in real life in the Truck Series in 2019. And now as we go to the inside of Gustine, trying to side draft off of him off of turn 2.
Stay low, stay low.
As well, trying to get a push from behind from Josh Reum.
Careful.
And it's going to work as far as getting us up to 3rd. 2 rookies running 2nd and 3rd of Anthony Alfredo in 2nd, and the 3rd place driver Haley Deegan, who won the first 2 stages of the race. Quickly side drafting here, and a very easily pass made there for 2nd on Alfredo. Hill leads 4 laps to go at Daytona. Can we lead the final 4 laps of the race as we have now closed to the back bumper of the 16 truck?
Still there?
Hill won this race a year ago. Can he do it again? Can he make it back to back, taking to the bottom for the lead? Side by side into turns 1 and 2. Hill trying to hold on strong on the top, Deegan on the bottom. It's a drag race to the start-finish line. 3 laps to go. And at the line, take her 8th lead of the race. Alfredo able to push 2 rookies running 1-2 at Daytona. Deegan in her first career race, looking for her first career win, as well as Alfredo in his first career attempt to try to go for the victory. Still side by side for 2nd. Hill side drafted off Alfredo in the 15 truck as he tries to hold on.
Got a car low now.
Off bets are off here for the remainder of this one with 3 to go, and a caution is out, and we will have overtime in the season opener at Daytona. Unbelievable, and this race is not over yet. Overtime will be accounted for. Everybody will stay out of the pits. We just had our 4th caution of the race.
Drive safe, be smart.
And once again, it will be to force overtime. Green flag back in the air. Can't spin the tires now. This will be a 103-lap race to the finish if we stay green. From here on out on this green-white checker overtime finish. It will be a 103-lap race. And here we go. How about this one? Trying to get back up to speed. Already 3 wide back there for 2nd. Trying to hold the bottom. Currently it's Austin Hill. Reum in the middle. Side drafting with the truck on the very top of Gustine. right there as well. Hill's got the full bumper out in front in second now, as I'm creating a pretty big gap. Austin Hill kind of a ways back off the exit of 4. He's trying to block everybody off right now, though. White flag in the air. This will be the final lap of the race. Here comes Ryum. Late block down to the bottom. Deegan able to hold on to it into turn 1. Hill on the top side. We're currently blocking him off. Ryum again on the bottom. Another late block, but not as late. We definitely saw that run coming the whole way. Got to be prepared now down the back straightaway. Hill is there. Ryum is there. Can Deegan win the race at Daytona? We're a mile away from finding out. All the way back through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Hill making a run on the top. Ryum nowhere to go on the bottom. Haley Deegan is going to win her first career race in the Gator Outdoor Truck Series here on NASCAR Heat 4. And Deegan will get the win at Daytona in the season opener event. What a race and overtime finish. Just blocking everybody else off here at the finish. Deegan wins both stages and the race. And a dramatic finish and a dramatic turn of events. One of the best races on this channel so far. It will end with a win for us, and we will clinch a playoff spot in the season opener here. Ryum finishing second here, a little less than a tenth of a second behind us. Austin Hill will bring it home third, Dean fourth, Quaffle in fifth. It's a great race all around. Winning both stages and the race, 7 playoff points is huge, and there's Deegan in victory lane here in this one. What a finish. What a great race in general. You get a chance to go back and watch it, I highly recommend it. But that is going to be all here for this one. We had the fastest lap of the race, 47.009. We led the most laps, leading 35 of the 103 laps in the race. It was supposed to be 100, but we had overtime. Started at the rear as we did not qualify. Started 30th, finished first, and a tough break for Austin Wayne himself. The pole sitter finishes 30th in the race. That is going to be it for this one. Folks, thanks for watching. As always, for more NASCAR Heat 4 and other related future NASCAR content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the race, the commentary, the video in general. And I will see you guys in the next one. We got the Daytona Xfinity race coming on later tonight. But I will see you guys then. I'll take a break for now. So long.